All right, they seem to be winding down, so let's go ahead and call our puppies with a hand target or the recall, whatever works, and go ahead and leash them back up. And we're going to go ahead and go over our homework and our settle exercise. Remember, when your puppy's nice and relaxed, we're going to pet him from the nape of the neck to the base of the tail in very slow strokes, about 1 foot for every 1 second, so about 12 inches per 1 second. If you pet a dog or a puppy fast, you can make them a little bit more excited. All right, your homework this week, as always, we want you to set up a puppy play date, either host or attend one. If you haven't done one, you're behind the 8 ball, make sure you set one up. If you are not continuing with us into Puppy Elementary, we are going to miss you to pieces, and it's not too late to ever come back to class. But if that is the case, you are still eligible to continue using the Puppy Class Parents page, so please do so, even if you're not taking classes. That socialization, remember, it's like a bulletproof vest. Each positive socialization experience, that vest gets bigger, and that protects and insulates your puppy from other experiences they might have down the road. We'd also like you to practice that front approach sit game. Now, again, we're going to send you a video on that one. That one's a little bit more complex to do in class. So make sure you're practicing that in your home, then with your friends and neighbors, and again, make sure your puppy doesn't ever feel trapped with that one. We'd also like you to, what else do we want you to practice on? We want you to practice the take, give, and drop. And remember, so when you're playing with your puppy, when it has one of its toys tonight or tomorrow, that's a great opportunity to pull out a couple treats and practice the take, the give, and the drop cues. And again, use that marker words until your puppy's doing it pretty consistently, and then sneak in those command cues. We'd also like you to practice, obviously, the recall exercise. Try to practice that one about 3 or 4 times a day. Like I said, that's one of the ones that you're going to use quite a bit. And if you do a good job now, and especially if you're calling them and rewarding them, and it doesn't always represent the end of playtime, please make sure you emphasize that. That seems like a really small thing, but I would say the majority of the dogs that we work with that don't want to come to their humans, that's why. And don't try to avoid chasing your dog if it doesn't come to you, because that is a fun game for dogs, and that's a really bad sediment that you're setting up for yourself. We'd also like you to again, look at your dog's body language. So hopefully some of you guys were watching a little bit during socialization and playtime. Where is the tail going? So again, pick the different body parts, study them when it's neutral, and then look for the deviations or the changes when it gets excited or it's fearful or it's reactive or scared or whatever the case may be, so that you can get your puppy out of those situations before it needs to. Let me see, one last thing, I think, and then we're there. Yeah, the leash pressure game. Remember, keep on practicing that one, even though that one is it's not really walking anywhere, but you have a very limited window. So I would practice that one, and I would keep on practicing that in lieu of regular walks until when your puppy gets the end of the leash, it's automatically coming back to you. Or when you're on walks, it's not even getting to the end of the leash. And make sure you continue to reward those check-ins, the eye contact, and especially anytime it comes back to you. And don't be afraid to use the positive interrupter. It's going to ebb and flow. So if you're walking and there's nothing around, it's probably easier to stick next to you. But there's a cat running across the street or something like that. That's when you're going to probably be ready. So have those treats with you on every walk that you take for the next 2 or 3 weeks until you've really established a great loose leash walking foundation. If anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to stay after class and ask. If you want to borrow that spay and neuter booklet, let me stay after class. I'm happy to hook you up with that. If you're not continuing on with us, it was great having you in the class. We hope you learned a lot. Please keep those emails. You can go back to reference them later on, and it really helps. Remember, you do get a 25% discount for about a month after classes. So if you do want to have us come in and help you, let us know. But hopefully we're going to see you all for Puppy Elementary. All right. Thank you guys very much, and have a great evening.